Hey college girl, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be talking about the currency of your energy. And college girl, we both know that we do not like our time and our energy being wasted. We do not like being taken for granted. And because we both know this, that means it's time to realize that our energy is expensive. No longer are the days where we give with no exchange. No longer are the days where we put our own needs behind for other people's needs. How can I sit here and say that I want to help you, that I want to be there when my cup is empty? My cup has to be full for me to be there for you. And if you are surrounded by people who only know to take from you, it's not only a time of accountability, to sit down and say, why do I always attract these kind of people? Or why am I always attracted to people who want to take from me? But it's also a time to walk away, right? And when we know better, we do better. When you know you're in a situation where you have the potential to crash out, you walk away, right? So when you know that you have the potential to run dry, to be drained, that means that it's time to walk away. There is nothing wrong with taking away what others do not appreciate. That could be your advice, that could be your time, that could be your care, and that could be your love for others. I don't care who it is. If they cannot appreciate what you have to offer, you have to walk away. And each and every one of us, though, especially the ones who are watching this video, I know that you are old enough to understand that sometimes no answer is the best answer. Sometimes no response is the best response. People know better, they just don't do better. And if you know this person knows better and chose not to do better, why wouldn't you walk away from that connection, from that friendship, from that relationship? They have nothing to offer you. Their capacity of comprehension for your value is low. How can you expect someone to give to you what they do not have? We've talked about this in my other videos, where it is not up to others to see your vision. It is not up to others to understand you or where you are coming from all the time. When something is yours, you need to reclaim it and you need to rename it. And what I mean by reclaiming your power is you need to take back what was yours. You need to take back what was taken away from you. And you need to transform that energy and you need to come out differently. Let's dive deeper. When I say reclaim your energy, this does not mean go out and about and post on Instagram, I'm taking back what's mine, I'm showing up differently, I'm about to go MIA. No, boo, just do it. There's no actual transformation or change until you just get it done. And I find that the best times to do this is during the winter, spring break, fall breaks, any break that you have the opportunity to give back to you where you're not around your friends. Do it. Who gonna tell you going MIA? Maybe I'm busy, I have things to do. That's all you have to say is, I'm sorry I'm busy with family. I'm sorry I've been busy with work. Because I don't owe you anything, especially now that I am not around you. So who is to say that I owe you my time, I owe you my devotion when I'm not around you? What you gonna do, book a flight? Okay then, so if you're not, let me be. Let me have my time and space. People do not owe you their time, space, and energy, unless it's some money. The only thing they owe you is respect, loyalty, and care. And if they are doing that to the best of their ability, you should not be asking for any much more than that. That is not your boyfriend, that's your friend. So because you now know that, you need to maneuver differently. Don't respond to texts. Don't respond to calls. Don't post as much on your social media platforms. That also is a form of giving away your energy. Even though you are not responding to texts and calls, you're still showing up elsewhere where they can find you, right? And if I can find you, how can I ever respect your absence? How can I ever respect the feeling of your absence? I don't know that because you're always around. I don't know that because you're always there to respond whenever I have a problem. I don't know that because you're always there to problem solve for me. Y'all, it gets to a point where in some friendships, people are not solving problems for themselves. Like, we are going to people to solve our problems for us. And we think that we're ready for romantic relationships when we go to our friends for every single thing. When are we ever going to think for ourselves? When it is time to rename your energy, baby, please do not be loud about it. I need you to show up in elegance with it. I need you to show up as the queen that you are. Very subtly and powerfully. Very gently and kindly. Because a queen doesn't need to say much. When you rename your power, the energy speaks for itself, right? When people want to have conversations that you would normally entertain, you can say, no thoughts. I'm not sure, or I'm not really comfortable discussing this. It is okay to be honest when you don't want to entertain something, honey. Why would you put yourself in the same situation that would have had you crashing out before? If you know that something is going to tempt you to react in a way that you know you're going to regret, you walk away, right? If you walk away, why can't you walk away right now in this conversation that makes you uncomfortable? That's going to set you back 10 steps. It's okay to show up as your higher self, to show up as your best self. And if you feel like that happened overnight, honey, that happened overnight, praise God. And if people can't respect that it happened overnight, oh well, that's their problem. I don't understand our society not allowing people to go through their different phases. If you notice that somebody is in their mean era, baby, you're gonna have to walk away. Let them be in their mean era, okay? They're gonna come back, they're gonna have a testimony. And you're gonna have to let that be what it is. I know sometimes it seems like, weren't you just... But yes, like, people change. And you have to accept that some people change rapidly. And they change rapidly for the better. So you have to remember, your energy is expensive. And it's even more expensive when you're able to transform in such a small amount of time, because not everybody can do that. Not everybody knows that they're doing wrong in a matter of a month. Sometimes it takes people going to jail. Sometimes it takes people getting hurt and going through a breakup, getting evicted. It takes years for people to realize that they are in the wrong. Sometimes it takes years for people to realize that they have used you, that they treated you wrong. Let's take a romantic relationship, for example. That guy didn't know that he was doing wrong towards you. Or he did know he was doing wrong towards you and he was just taking advantage of the fact that you were blind at the time. But he couldn't act in the right way. One, because he was not for you, okay? But two, because you kept showing up. Maybe you kept showing up when he said, I didn't want to be here. And he gave you signs and symbols. Y'all don't take heed to the signs and symbols of your friends. They're telling you, I'm tired. I need to take a nap. Today was a hard day. I need a lock in. They're giving you all these clues and you still not hearing it. And you wonder why they left you without saying a word. We're too grown to not see the signs and symbols. We're too grown to not know better and do better from knowing better. They treated you that way. They manipulated you that way because you allowed for it to happen. And allowing for it to happen does not mean that you wanted it to happen. It just means that at the time you were in a space where you were okay with those things happening, where you let things slide. You let them slide not because you wanted to let them slide. You let them slide because you thought they were going to do better. You gave them the grace. But some people take advantage of that grace. You have to be willing to realize that some people just do not deserve you, honey. You're just too good. Some situations you're just too good for. And you have to be willing to walk away. You're gonna feel guilty. You're gonna feel shame. You're gonna feel like you're the bad person. But you know what? In the end, would you rather stay in a situation where you're being taken from? Where you're being stolen from? Of your light? Some people take for granted the grace that you give them and you have to leave them where they're at. And going back to that relationship, he's not going to realize what he had until you're gone. And we all know this. We all know that this is a universal rule. So if you know that you are surrounded by people who don't have these realizations until later, it is okay to walk away. And if they really respect you, if they really value you, they will apologize and they will actually be thankful that you walked away, because nobody had the capacity to do that, because that was the only thing that could teach them at the time. So college girl, I'm gonna need you to take back your energy, reclaim it, transform it, and rename it. Subtly and powerfully. Gently and kindly. Walk in the shoes of the queen that you are, honey. If you would like to further have these conversations, make sure that you click the link in my bio to my self-development and self-growth group chat. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to click that like, comment, and subscribe button for more content. I will see you all later. Bye, college girl.